friend of mine. For a while, he was having suicidal ideations.
And it was easy to just see all the great things that other people were doing and be like, oh, maybe I should be doing that.
Oh, I saw this video of somebody who's like working on their applications right now. I feel like we all kind of get on social media for that kind of idea of escapism.
In the 21st century, social media has become an inescapable part of our daily lives. But as platforms like Instagram, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, dominate our daily interactions, we must ask, are they contributing to a growing mental health crisis among youth? Or are they merely exposing deeper societal issues?
Teen girls are experiencing record high levels of violence, sadness, and suicide risk.
Today, we will analyze this question through 4 key philosophical perspectives: utilitarianism, deontology, virtual ethics, and existentialism. By the end, we will determine whether social media is the root cause or just a symptom to larger problems.
57% of teen girls experience persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness. That is a jump of 21% in just the last decade.
Let's start with the facts. Studies have shown that since 2010, around the rise of smartphones and social media, youth depression rate has increased by over 60%. Anxiety disorders, self-harm, and body dysmorphia are also on the rise. These numbers are alarming. But to truly understand the issue, we need to examine it through philosophy. Now let's hear it from our 4 thinkers.
From utilitarian standpoint, we must ask, does social media create more happiness than harm? Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill argued the action should maximize the overall well-being. But when we look at social media, the harm seems to outweigh the benefits. On one hand, social media connects people, spreads information, and fosters creativity. But on another, it's designed to be addictive. Endless scrolling, dopamine-driven engagement, algorithmic amplification of extreme content leads to sleep deprivation, anxiety, and even suicidal ideation.
And yet one day we got up in the morning and she was no longer with us.
If we apply Mill's harm principle, social media often fails. The pleasure it provides is fleeting, but the psychological damage is long-lasting. So, ethically, should we accept this trade-off?
Kantian ethics takes a different approach. Immanuel Kant argued that morality isn't necessarily about the consequences, but it is about duty. So we must treat people as ends in themselves, never merely as means to an end. Social media companies, however, they treat users as data points. They optimize for engagement, even when it harms mental health. Take Meta's internal research. They knew Instagram was killing young girls' self-esteem, yet they hid the findings. And this is a clear violation of ethical duty.
Mental health is the existential challenge of our time.
Staggering new statistics shining a light on a troubling trend.
And what about privacy? The Cambridge Analytica scandal showed how users' data was weaponized for political manipulation. If we follow Kant's categorical imperative, this is morally unacceptable. Tech giants supposed to be protecting users, not exploit them.
Aristotle's virtue ethics asks, what kind of persons should we strive to be? Unfortunately, social media rewards the wrong traits: vanity, conformity, and performance perfectionism. Filters like bold glamour on TikTok distort reality, making teens feel inadequate. Plastic surgeons report a 50% increase in the number of consultations by young people who want to look like their filtered selves. This isn't self-improvement, it's self-alienation. Instead of fostering courage, honesty, or humility, social media promotes insecurity. If we want a morally healthy society, we must question whether these platforms promote virtue or erode it.
John Paul Sartre warned us against bad fame, living inauthentically in order to please others. Social media is the ultimate trap of bad fame. Users curate idealized versions of themselves, chasing validation through likes and followers. But this creates a crisis of identity. When a team deletes their post because it didn't get enough likes, they're rejecting their true self for an algorithm's approval. Social media turns existence into a performance, leaving many of us feeling empty and disconnected.
Back in May, the U.S. Surgeon General issued a warning calling the youth mental health crisis the defining public health issue of our time.
The existential question is, can we reclaim authenticity in a digital world that rewards fakeness?
But here's the critical question. Is social media the root cause? Or is it just a mirror of deeper societal issues? Look at South Korea. They have the same social media platforms as the rest of the world. But their youth suicide rates are among the highest. Why? Extreme academic pressure, economic anxiety,
and rigid beauty standards. See, social media did not create these problems. It helped amplify them.
Australia taking an unprecedented step, becoming the first country in the world to ban the use of social media apps for anyone under the age of 16.
When Australia banned social medias for teenagers, the depression rate did not drop. Why? Because it is the underlying pressures, academic stress, loneliness, consumerism, they all still existed. Social media is a symptom, not the disease.
So, what is the solution? Philosophy gives us a framework. To start off, as a utilitarian, we must redesign algorithm to minimize harm, limit infinite scrolls, and add well-being warnings. Next, from a deontological perspective, we should hold tech companies accountable, enforce transparency and ethical design. Moreover, from a virtual ethics solution, we shall teach digital literacy, help youth build resilience against comparison. Last but not least, as an existentialist, we need to encourage real-world meaning. Log off, find purpose beyond the screen. As university students, we have the power to critique these systems and demand change. The choice is ours. Will we let social media dictate our mental health? Or will we reshape it into a tool for genuine connection? We're done, right? Yeah? Are we done?
A bit more. No,
it's a bit more.
No, it's okay. I'll just stay in the same position. You can just come in.